Hey everyone, this is Datco or Frontiersman72, and I'm gonna give you a video today of how to be a better helicopter pilot. So, because there's a lot of people want this, a lot of people want to know how to become a better pilot, because that's like a big thing, because the helicopter pilot is what controls the skies. The jets, you might think, control the sky, but the helicopter pilot can shoot down both jets, and it really helps against the massed ground troops, especially on rush. And today I'm playing on Karg Island, and well, my gunner is a buddy of mine, but we're in an Xbox Live party, but we're communicating. The first rule kind of thing is you want to communicate if you can with your gunner, and if he's looking away, or if he's looking away, and you see him shooting something, you turn around and go where he is so we can shoot it. And don't try to hog the kills for yourself. You can't, because you have rockets. The gunner is the main thing that kills people. And one of the best tricks I found for helping the gunner is circle strafing. And if you saw me in the first part, it's where you go around in a circle, and you just keep going around in a circle, kind of going backwards and around in a circle, and going over the same area, so it's harder for them to shoot you with RPGs and stuff, and then you're just circling around, so you get better kills, you get more kills. And one thing you also should do is mash the select button. If you mash the select button, or I don't know what's on PS3, the back button, then you can spot people and you'll find them easier. I always do that, and that what helps me. And then what I found works really well for the chopper, if once you unlock it, is ECM jammer. Because if you have a gunner that will deploy flares, then you can ECM it, block them from locking on, and then have your gunner deploy flares. And I've had so many cases where I've had randoms in the helicopter, yet they don't deploy the flares. If you have flares and you want to live, deploy flares as a gunner, or else you will get shot down and you won't get as enough kills. And I've had so many times where people just don't deploy flares and we just get hit and shot down because of it. And it just really peeves me of why people wouldn't do that. And you also, if people aren't shooting you down, shooting you with RPGs or something, you want to move in a slow moving hover. If you do that, then it's still a little harder for them to shoot you with RPGs, and it still gives your gunner help doing it. And one thing, as I just did, you want to, if they're shooting stuff at you and it just gets crazy because they're focusing on you, fly away from the battlefield for a little bit and just get them to settle down, because then they'll lose interest, go to a fight, and then it gives you just a little more time to shoot more people, and then they target you again and just go away from the battle. That really works, because if they're focused on you, they will try to shoot you down again and again and again. And then, yeah, we're on the first bomb spot right now, and I'm just getting my friend Kyle here just many kills. As you can see, he's just wrecking it up, and I don't know how many kills he has this time, but he has a bunch of them. And then we're moving to the second objective right now, and one thing also you want probably is the targeting system for it, which targets helicopters, so your gunner can use his guided missile, and that jet just almost hit me. One thing you also want to do is watch out for the jets. The jets can screw you up, and you constantly want to be moving if you're high up in the air, because the jets usually go up for you if you're high in the air. And if you see a jet coming at you, try to go down immediately or go up, because more often than not they ram you, which you both get destroyed, or one of you get destroyed. And yeah, you just try to get your gunners as much kills. You if you're selfish, you can try to go for them, you just won't get kills. And then when you're going into a battlefield, on Conquest, there's the wide open spaces when you're trying to move from land to land. You want to try to go close to the ground and try to you try to stay under the radar. It's there's the thing that you stay under the radar, they can't lock onto you. Well, just try to stay under the radar, because then they don't focus on you. If you're high up in the air, then people will usually mark you, and then they start shooting you down. So if you're close to the ground, that will help you tremendously. And then yeah, as I said, I'm trying to do the circle strafe, and again, I can't stress this enough. you have to work with your gunner. If you do not work with your gunner, then there is big issues, like major issues, because then you're fighting it, you're trying to fight it. He's turning one way, and then you're turning another way. That won't help because he can't get the kills, and you're not helping him. And then try to take out the tanks too with a helicopter. Since troops always have trouble with the tanks and vehicles, just shoot them down with your rockets, and your gunner will probably shoot too. Just tanks, destroy them. And then at this point, I'm just racking up kills with them, and again, ECM jammer is just really awesome because it keeps them from locking onto you. And if that doesn't, then it gives you more time to hover, or shoot them, or whatever before they kill you. And right now, I'm just trying to get away from the battlefield because they're shooting me. So, and right now, he just deployed his flares, and I deployed my ECM jammer. So we're trying to get out of there because if they shoot something at us, then we're going to get hit. So I finally popped my ECM at the last minute, and the rocket goes astray. And so we're about halfway through this video right now. And that's about it. You just want to, I'll just give you a recap of everything real quick. You want to do circle strafe. Circle strafe is so helpful. And I do play on default. I do everything on default. I play all my vehicles on default. And then, as I said a couple minutes ago, or a couple seconds ago, whatever, work with the gunner. Okay? You always want to work with the gunner. And as a gunner, you want to deploy the flares. Okay? If you do not deploy the flares, then you're probably going to get shot down. And whenever you're just getting targeted a lot or something, try to get away from the battlefield. If you do not get away from the battlefield, then they will be focused on you. And then if you come back before they look at you immediately, you can get a couple more kills and then get out there before everybody starts shooting you. And then you want to spot people as a helicopter. It is much easier to spot people from the helicopter because if you just spot them, if your marker's near them and you spot them, then they will show up. You don't have to be right on them. Sometimes you have to be right on them, but it's Battlefield, there's glitches. And then if there is no more ground targets, there's not many ground targets right here, I'm waiting for them to spawn, go for the jets. Okay, because the jets also are an issue. Okay, so go for the jets if there's no ground troops. And then the hover. The hover is a very useful thing. It keeps you in relative one spot. You can't stay exactly in a one spot, but it keeps you relative in one spot, so your gunner can just lay down hell on them. And then ECM jammer is you don't need it. It's kind of preferable, but it's nice. And then also I found you need the anti-air missiles, but that's kind of like a given. And I use the laser targeting, laser designator for this. So if I in Conquest, if I get another helicopter, I can laser target it, and my gunner can shoot it with a guided missile. And everybody, thanks for my first commentary. I know it might not have been the best, but it's my first commentary, and I think it's a pretty nice Battlefield 3 video, and it's the first Battlefield 3 video on my channel. So please just give it a like. I know I might not have done the best job, but I'll get better in time, and I do plan on posting up a montage of Battlefield 3 clips in the future. And if I'm a mod in a bunch of streams. So if you see me in any streams, just say hi. And my gamer tag is FrontiersMan72, and that's the same for Twitch TV or Justin TV or whatever. And peace, guys. I'll just let the rest of the video roll out. I'll enable the sound, and then at the end, I just speed it up because there isn't really much going on. So bye, guys. Thanks. I'll see you later. All right. Peace.
Hostile sniper, over. Be advised, charge has been planted. We have taken